Article 22 of the Constitution provides protection to a person against arrest and preventive detention. Article 22 consists of 7 subclauses. The safeguards are available to persons who are arrested and detained under preventive detention laws. Subclauses 1, 2 and 3 apply to those persons who are arrested, and subclauses 4, 5, 6 and 7 apply to persons who are detained to prevent them from committing an offence under any law of preventive detention. Preventive detention means detaining a person before he has done something wrong to prevent him from doing something wrong. It may be on the ground of security of the state, public order, or maintenance of supplies or essential services or foreign affairs, etc. Preventive detention means detention without trial. Now, first of all, arrested persons under Article 22 subclause 1 have the following rights. An arrested person has a right to be informed as soon as possible of the ground of arrest. Secondly, he has a right to consult a lawyer and to be represented by a lawyer of his own choice. It says that no person who is arrested shall be detained without giving him the right to be informed as soon as possible of the grounds of his arrest and the right to consult and be represented by a legal practitioner of his own choice. Then every arrested person shall be produced before the nearest magistrate within 24 hours of his arrest, which time excludes the time which is necessary to travel from the place of arrest to the place of the magistrate. Secondly, the magistrate can pass an order to extend the time of detention or of custody. That means the person has a right not to be detained beyond that period of 24 hours except under the order of the magistrate. This is the right under Article 22 subclause 2. Article 22 subclause 3 gives the exceptions to this particular provision. It says that these protections are not available to an enemy alien or a person who is arrested and detained under a preventive detention law. Now, under the law of preventive detention, what are the safeguards? These are contained in Article 22 subclause 4 and 5. First of all, as soon as a person is detained under a preventive detention law, an advisory board consisting of persons who are eligible to be judges of the High Court shall be formed. This advisory board shall be formed, and the advisory board shall review the grounds of detention under which he has been detained. Then the maximum period of detention is 3 months, but it can be extended with the opinion of the board. Then he has 2 rights. First of all, the grounds of detention have to be communicated to him, and he should also be given the earliest opportunity of making a representation against the order of detention. So, these are the safeguards given. But again, subclause 6 says that if the authority which has detained finds that, or in its opinion, if it is that the disclosure of the facts may go against public interest, then that authority need not disclose the facts to that particular person. So, this is an exception to subclause 5. Subclause 7 speaks about the requirement of the preventive detention law. It says that Parliament may make a law for preventive detention which prescribes the following things. First of all, the circumstances for detention, under what circumstances and which are the classes of cases which can be provided preventive detention for longer than 3 months without opinion of the advisory board. Also, the law should provide for the maximum period of preventive detention in any case. The law should also prescribe the procedure which is followed by the advisory board. So, these are the conditions which apply to any valid preventive detention law. It has to be made according to Article 22 subclause 7. Now, what are the examples of preventive detention laws? That is the Preventive Detention Act of 1950 and Maintenance of Internal Security Act of 1971, which was repealed. Then Conservation of Foreign Exchange and Prevention of Smuggling Activities Act of 1974. Then the National Security Act of 1980, Terrorist and Disruptive Activities Act of 1987 and Prevention of Terrorist Activities Act have been repealed. So, these are all examples of preventive detention laws when persons can be detained in order to prevent them from doing anything which is an offense or which is endangering to the security of the state or on such grounds, and where there is a possibility that these people could engage in acts which may endanger the security. So, in such cases preventive detention laws are framed, and under these laws the persons are detained. So, the safeguards which are available under Article 22 are very important for their fundamental right of freedom under the Constitution. I hope you have learned something from this video. If you have liked it, please share it with anyone who you think would be interested. Please leave your comments and I would be happy to reply to them. Do subscribe to get more information on everyday law and legal studies. Thank you.